Hey guys, Curdhos here from Hostyle Conditioning.com. Sorry, it's been a long time. I haven't shot any videos in a while. Just been really busy. I know that's always my excuse. It's not an excuse, it's a reason. So we'll have to let that go. It's been crazy. I know it's been probably at least 2 months since we did something like this. A lot of stuff's been going on. Training's been going phenomenally well. Hostile Conditioning is getting busier and busier. Even though it's the summer, we've got a lot of cool training going on, a lot of great stuff, a lot of people attaining some phenomenal goals and turning themselves into some inspirational stories, which is, you know, exciting, and one of the main reasons why we do this over here at Hostile Conditioning. You know, I'm doing the road to 275. A few things have changed. I'm still working towards it. I weighed in last Thursday, or actually Saturday, at a powerlifting meet at 317 pounds. I've been around the 310 mark for the longest time, and in the last 6 weeks, I decided that I was going to compete in this bench press competition with the Ontario Powerlifting Association. The last time I competed there was 2008. So I decided I needed a goal for my benching. I was benching a lot, but I always like to have a reason why I bench heavy or push that hard. So about 6 weeks ago, I started, you know, ramping up for this meet. And in doing so, as soon as I start to train heavier on the bench press, you know, I thicken up a lot through the chest and the back and the triceps and shoulders. So my weight's up at 317, but my body fat, I think, was just over 20%. So still getting leaner and leaner. And at this meet, competing at 317, that was probably the leanest and lightest I've ever weighed competing in powerlifting. So that was really exciting to see. I had a plan. I hadn't raw benched, meaning no equipment, in almost 2 years. So I had a plan of opening up with 365, going 405 for my second attempt, and 425 in my third attempt to get ready to qualify for provincials. So it went really well. It was really fun to be there. I mean, it's funny, after 20 years, I still get really nervous about competing the day before and in the morning of, which is good. That means it still means a lot to me, which is, you know, always exciting. And definitely, you know, when you're nervous and you're doing stuff that takes you out of your comfort zone, you definitely feel alive. So I'm always happy to be in the middle of that. I got to see a lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time. A lot of people freaked out since they've seen me. I've lost a good 70 pounds, so that was always nice. You know, reaffirmation that you're doing some good stuff. Like I said, just exciting to be back in the middle of it again. Qualified, like I said, for provincials. I'll put a couple of the videos down below of the actual my attempts or my lifting, and you'll see my third one at 424. Still a fair amount left in me. I could have went for more, but again, you know, it's about sticking with the game plan. Provincials will be in November. I definitely want to go heavier in November. My goal is to get back up to my raw 500-pound bench I was doing years ago, about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I guess. But again, I really want to work towards going under 300 pounds body weight. So that for me will be phenomenal. And I want to do that to prove to myself, but also to that whole powerlifting community that, you know, you can get leaner and still maintain and increase strength. You just have to work at it, you have to maintain things, and you have to become more athletic. You can't just become leaner for the sake of being leaner and sacrificing strength and muscle, and that's something I definitely don't want to do. So again, good personal little goal, keeps me focused in my training, both on the cardio and on the kettlebells and on the conditioning side to get leaner, but as well on the strength side to maintain my strength and rebuild my strength. Like I said, because I was working in the bench shirts for so long, I kind of lost that raw bench groove. It's a different technique that you have to incorporate when you're training heavy and you're training raw. And the mechanics have changed. There's a lot less of me underneath that bar. So when I weighed close to 390, there was a lot of curd to put that bar up against, and being, like I said, 70 plus pounds lighter, the mechanics have changed. So I'm working harder on my arch, the biomechanics, the posture, the setup, the technique has to be even better to compensate for that. But again, pound for pound, it's about getting leaner, more athletic, and stronger, and that's my main goal. So I won't sacrifice that. I don't want to bench 500 weighing 400 pounds again. It's not what I want to do, and it's not as impressive. It just isn't. That being said, like I said, I was excited to be competing again, and signed up for a couple other things. I've signed up for the Spartan race for 2013, so that's another outside the comfort zone situation I'm putting myself in to really, again, focus on other aspects of training, which will work towards keeping me leaner, better condition, better cardio. It's going to make me a better all-around athlete. And in doing so, it seems like it's a long way away, but you know, 2013 is 5 months away, and you know, before you know it, it's summertime, and you have to plan these things out, especially when you've got a busy life and you have other things going on. You have to plan so that when you get there, you're prepared and you're going to do the best you can overall. So in doing so, I've never really run before, and that itself has been very scary. and definitely outside my comfort zone, like I was just saying. So I found this program. It's on iPhone, and they have their own website called Couch to 5K. And a few other people I know that have started running or getting back into running had talked about it. So I went and looked it up, and it's a really cool program. Like I said, I have it on my iPhone, and you run 3 times a week. Jog or stagger quickly in my case. And what happens is you start off with so many seconds of running, with so many seconds of walking, and you work through it. And you do it 3 times a week so your body has time to recover and recuperate. And as the weeks progress, week 1 to week 2 to week 3, the running intervals get longer, the walking intervals adjust and things like that, and you're going for a longer period of time. So needless to say, I'm starting week 3 on Wednesday. I just finished week 2 today. And week 1 was 60 seconds of jogging with 90 seconds of walking. And for me, that might not sound like a lot for a lot of you out there, but having never really ran before and being a bigger guy, I was concerned about it. So I made sure I got the really good shoes that I always pick up, to make sure that I've got good support. I now have orthotics put in there that I got done through Dr. Natalie Beauchamp, which made a huge difference in my feet, and my legs, and my knees, and my back, which is phenomenal. Even how I walk has changed. The gait, as they call it, you can see it's much smoother. So again, I've been working at new challenge, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I still do my walking in between to help recover in my steady state. First week was definitely tough, and you really got to break down that each interval. And what's nice about the iPhone app is that it's got a virtual coach. So I'm using a female voice, so I don't like to be yelled at, although I do like to yell at people. It comes on and it'll tell me, okay, start the jog. Then it'll come on, okay, start walking, go back to walking. So, some nice cues. So I don't have to sit and look at it all the time. I can focus on what I'm doing, my form, my breathing, find something in the distance I think is about as far as I have to go before I have to walk again, and sort of get, busy, mentally, so that I don't think about, well, it's tough on my legs, and I'm breathing hard, and that kind of thing. So the first week was definitely tough. Finishing week 2 was 90 seconds of running with 2 minutes of walking. Again, increase the running capacity another 50%. So, sometimes you look at it and you go, wow, that looks pretty intimidating. But you know what? You just get at it, you just do it, and you just do your best, and you run through it. And you mangle through it. You just, you manage it. You get it done, and it's amazing what you can do when you put your mind towards it. Definitely feel fantastic when I'm done. I feel very accomplished. Not because I'm doing anything that millions of people haven't done already, but I'm doing something that I haven't done. And at the end of every workout, I'm like, wow, I got that one done. That's excellent. So I'm pumped about that. But then I look at week 3 and I'm like, oh, I'm going to run for longer now and shorter breaks. And so again, you get a little intimidated, but you sort of have to put your faith in the program that is preparing your body to be ready for it. And so far, everything's worked out well. Every day that I'm supposed to be running has worked out well. There's been a day or two of struggle. I think the worst one was when I was running with one of my clients. I had them run with me, and I had shorts on that had gotten too loose, so they were falling down one side, and I had the iPod thing going in my hand, and I didn't have the headset on, so the voice wasn't working, so I had to keep looking. So on one hand, I'm holding my shorts, the other hand, I kept looking at my iPod, and I'm trying to run like this, and definitely wasn't very smooth. So that was very frustrating, and actually made it for a really hard run. So I made sure on the next run I had to do a couple of days later, I had a belt on, and I had the thing strapped to my arm probably, my iPod, and what a world of difference. I set myself up to do better at it. So it was good to see that, if you take your time and you organize yourself properly, good things are going to happen. So that was fantastic. I'm pretty pumped about that. And like I said, I feel a lot leaner. I feel a lot more athletic all the time. I feel better and better. That's the first time when I first started running, the first week or so, my knees didn't hurt, but the top of the quads, there was some definitely muscle that wasn't used to being used that way. And the last 2 or 3 running workouts I've done, I haven't felt that. So it's just down to cardio and mental fortitude, and that's good. So I'm definitely getting stronger, in what I need to be for that endeavor of running. So that's good. The body's adapting nicely, which is important to do and maintain. Other than that, like I said, summer's here. We're mid-July. It's nice and warm out there. There's a lot of cool things to be doing, and a lot of people are looking at things, and I get a little concerned. I get some people that say, well, it's summer, so I don't have as much time to train, or I won't train, and that kind of thing. And I'm like, you know what? Summer, winter, fall, you got to maintain your training, keep focused on that, don't fall behind, because there's nothing worse than working so hard to June, July, and then stopping for the summer because you feel that you don't have to, and then when you come back to September, you're starting back again, and it's tough. Whereas if you can maintain your training through the summer, maybe drop frequency a little bit, but still train, you maintain that, so that when you come to September and you do have a little more time, you're able to get right back at it and not feel like you need 2 to 4 weeks to recover and stuff. What else? Oh yeah, so also, you know, we're big on kettlebells here, so something really exciting happened this week, or I guess mid last week, is Tobin and Deku, my chief kettlebell officer here at Hostile Conditioning, him and I have started this thing called Hostile Kettlebell Systems, and we've been working on coming out with our first kettlebell DVD. So it's been a few months we've been working on it, and finally last week we actually came out. It's here, it's ready to go. We have our own DVD, 3 workouts, 60 plus minutes of training and exercises and follow along workouts to get people to go from the beginning stage of fitness or the beginning stage of kettlebells and get some very good workouts, learn some good quality training techniques, and get some good fundamental conditioning going out there. So it's really important that you know, I break it down that way, letting people know that this DVD is meant really for the beginner. The beginner, if you have poor fitness or you're just starting with fitness, you can start this and build it up and do well with it. Or if you're really fit but you've never done kettlebells, well, it's a good way to start with it as well too, because you're going to learn some basics, you're going to put together some really good workouts, and again, you can be super fit, but kettlebells is a whole different ball game, and it's going to challenge you very differently. So again, this kettlebell DVD system, DVD 1 we're using, works on both levels, for the beginner fitness person, also for the beginner kettlebell person, regardless of what their fitness level is. So we're pretty excited, we're pretty pumped. That's available now. If you check up on our websites, you can see where it's at, or you can email me if you have any questions about it. Another thing, I'm going to try really hard for the rest of the summer to get back to doing a weekly or twice a week video with you guys, talking about different things and different training. Like I said, there's been so much going on, but I just feel like I've neglected you guys, and I don't want to do that. I want to be a good source for information, some entertainment sometimes, and just let you know how things are going and keeping it real. This is, you know, we're not actors, we're not super fit people and that kind of stuff. We're regular people that love fitness, love strength and conditioning, and I just want to be able to show you guys, you know, my journey along the way, as well as the people in here, and hopefully motivate and inspire you guys, and definitely offer you guys some good information and help teach you. So again, if you have any questions, don't be shy. Curdhos, hostyleconditioning.com, curdhos@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, and if you have anything, you can even comment here on YouTube. Anyway, that's enough for now. I just want to say, keep going out there. Listen, I know it's summertime. Keep training. Get in there, get out there, and train. Crush it.